How's everybody doing? And welcome back to Lonely Valley Survival Challenge. Let's get straight into it. So, plans for today is a good question. I know we're going to have to sell that wood off there. We've probably still got some backed up. We've got chips starting to build up a bit. I think we've got some beams or something. But we'll get this sold off pretty soon. Probably bring some more trees in at some point. I think these ones are starting to grow up a little bit, but they take a good long time to grow up. So once we run out of trees over there, we need other things to start making money for us. So we really need to start getting some income outside of this. What I do want to do though is this month I want to get the new big field, in quotation marks, this one here, planted up with soybeans so that we've got another crop in the ground. Then we're going to be able to cycle through crops pretty well. So I think that might be the first job straight off, as long as my seeder will actually do it. So here is the seeder right here. Luckily it's already hooked up to the back of the Chalmers, so let's get it started up. Lift it up off the ground and we will select no soybeans for this seeder, so that is going to make things difficult. So we'll shut you off. And I'm going to have to find me a seeder that can do soybeans. Wasn't expecting that, so that might have to get sold off first thing. Let's do a bit of hunting through the shop. Okay, so I have found myself a good sized planter, so I'm going to have to sell this stuff off and hopefully get enough. Oh, the brakes in this thing really suck, and I keep forgetting every single time. So we're just going to have to load up these. Whoop, lower it down a little bit. Lovely. These... Oh god, that's going to be way too much for this thing to pick up. Unstrap, back up. Strap that one on. Come on. So yeah, like I say, god, yeah, we're going to have to sell off all of these and hope that we get enough for it. Otherwise, I've kind of screwed myself a little bit. This is very unbalanced today. Let's just unstrap that. Move over just a smudgeon, just to try and even the load out just a little bit. Get in there nice and deep like. Now pick it up. Yes, there we go. Alright, and I have learnt my lesson, so I'll be strapping down each lot as we go. Get this on there. Smack it into the trailer. Lovely jubbly. Come on, down we go. Unstrap you. Out from underneath. I do want to try and give that a little bit of a push. Just a little nudgy nudgy. Straighten it up on the trailer a little bit. There we go, perfect. Now strap that one down first. Because otherwise you end up tipping half them off the trailer and not having a good time. Right, next stack, we'll go right next to that one. Come on. Backwards please, thank you. Strap that onto the forks. Get this all loaded up, and then the last one is going to have to go over the back again, but I'm going to try and push it forward as far as I can, because last time it was a little bit jank. I mean, that's how most things are that I do. Really coming at this trailer really crooked. I really should also put, whoop, a standard front axle under it, but I just like how janky it is trying to do it with a tricycle type. Okay. Drop this down, whoop, right here. Pause a little bit. Unstrap, reverse out, whoop. Give it a little bit of a nudgy nudgy into place. Lovely. Alright. Haven't lost anything yet. Let's get a couple of straps over that. And yeah, like I say, we will get this last one picked up, loaded onto the back as far forward as we can. Whoop. You good there? Cool. Alright. So yeah, I'll get this loaded up, and what I might do, I might bring you back in when we sell it off, and hopefully we will end up with enough to be able to afford the planter that I found. I think we should do, but I can't remember what we're making off these piles at the moment. So let's get this on there, and yeah, we'll have it over to the shop and we will see how much money we're going to make. Okay, so we are pulling up here, ready to sell these beams off. Beams, logs, planks, one of the three. Alright, and looks like the barge is already taken off. They must have slept here overnight, but get them sold off, 16 grand, lovely. That's more than enough for what I need to buy, so let's get it bought. Alrighty, $10,255, and we have bought another Oliver. So this is 6 meters wide. It'll go behind the Fiat that we've got there because I was worried about power, and then I remembered we've got the amazing Fiat there, so this will be able to pull that nice and easily. This is 100 horsepower requirement. I think the Fiat's 130. Pretty sure I upgraded it anyway. So now we need to try and get this back home. Has this trailer got a hitch on the back of it, or are we leaving the trailer here? Nope, we're leaving the trailer here. Alright. Hopefully we can just hook it straight up to the back of the Dodge. I imagine we can do so. Trailer will go and park in the bay. We'll have to come back with a tractor at some point anyway, or probably with the Dodge again. Do a couple of trips to pick up the forage wagon there as well, because I would like to, depending how long seeding takes, I'd like to try and get the get some grass put in the silage pit. So let's just cycle through that. Soybeans, there we go, lovely. Right, let's get back home and we'll get planting some soybeans. That's interesting. It looks like things aren't hooking onto the trailer hitch properly with this. It's like moving all over the place. I don't know if you can see it very well, but yeah, it's just not quite locking onto the trailer hitch. Alright, almost home, but yeah, we'll get it all loaded up, we'll get all set up, we'll grab the Fiat out and we'll get a planting. Right, so first issue is we don't fit through the gate, so we're already at the point where some of the equipment's not fitting through the gates, so might have to find bigger gates or just get rid of the gates altogether. Luckily there's a hole in the fence over here, so we'll just squeeze through this way. I'm hoping I've got enough seeds because I emptied all of them into it, so I can probably, if I need to, grab the seeder, empty the seeds out of that, but I'd really rather not. So if I do need more seeds, I'll probably just go and buy some more, but let's limp our way over to the fields and get this going. Okie dokie. Now, tracked vehicles are not my specialty, so I'm going to be all over the place, I think. But we'll turn it on, we'll lower it down, and we will grab a gear eventually when it decides which gear it wants to go in. Did I not lower that down? Didn't turn it on, apparently. Right, now will you work? That is strange. It doesn't seem to be... What's going on? Where'd all my seeds go? Okay, that's really strange. I had 800 and something litres of seeds and they just disappeared on me. Let me just put some seeds back in it and try that again. Alright, let's try that again. We'll lower it back down. So I'm not moving and it's going... Wow, okay, yeah, there is issues with this planter, so... That's not right. Alright, I'm going to do a little bit more and try and find us a different planter, I think, because that is not working properly. That is quite broken. Give me a few minutes. Okay, so I've downloaded some more mods, so what I'm going to do, I'm just going to sell this one in the main menu here and adjust my money back to where it was. So give me 2 seconds, I'll get that sorted. Alrighty, so I've set my money back to where it should be. Oh, I didn't take the seeds out of it. Alright, I'm going to just say that there was 827 litres of seeds in there. I'm going to run down. I think I've found another one to grab, so I'm going to grab that one and yeah, we will be back with seeding momentarily. Okie dokie, so we are back, and as you can see, I have got some green and gold on the farm now. It is a John Deere, I can't remember the exact specs of it, it was about 12 grand, I'll bring it up in the shop. It is the 71 Flex Planter. It was $12,500, so a little bit more expensive, and it was a 3-point machine, so I'm going to have to use the uni-hide. There was another one that I would have rathered, but it needed 140 horsepower, and the Fiat's only got 130, so we'll stick with this one. They're about the same working width, it's just the other one had a bigger hopper, and it was a trailed one, so I didn't need the uni-hide. But it's fine, we will get this off. Okay, something in the Fiat doesn't like this planter because you get in it and you suddenly can't do anything. So I'm really not having any luck with planters today, guys. I'm Honestly going to have to cut the recording here, do some proper testing, and I'm going to have to come back later. I'll be back. Okay, so I appear to have one that's working now. It's a little bit smaller, and the reason there's two seed boxes over there is because the other one had 800 and something litres in it, and this will only hold 300 and something. So I worked out how much I needed to have to be able to do what I need to. I also worked out that I need to be in 4th gear for this, because anything any higher and it'll just sit there and hunt between gears. So that is all oakley dokley. This one is a John Deere again, but it's actually working, so I'm more than happy with that. But yeah, so we've got enough seeds that we haven't lost any over the time of what we've done with the screwing around. It's a little bit slower of a working speed than I would have thought, but I don't know if that's just the tractor struggling to pull it. It doesn't seem to be struggling, but it could just be the working speed. I'm not too sure of this machine. But it is a good looking machine. It's just smaller than I would have liked to have gone for. So other than that, can we chuck that up into high gear and get a move on? Yeah, 6 is just what it wants to do. Is it just, will it only do 6? Let's have a look. See, I'm just going to check to see if it is just 6 that the 7200s would do. So in the thing it says it'll do 15. So if I do that to disable the speed controller, no. So it just will only do 6 with this machine. So I don't know what's going on. I'm just really not having a good run with planters at the moment, guys. So I'm probably going to run around and get all this planted up. We've wasted a hell of a lot of time already today. So or it might just be because it was uphill. I don't know. Let's get this all planted in, and yeah, I'm going to do a lovely time lapse for you guys and get it done. I'll bring you back in when we are finished. Okay, so we're coming up to do the last part of this, and it was a slow job, we'll say nicely. A lot slower than I was anticipating it being, but it's fine, we got it done in the end. I'm wondering if, because I did put the 130 horsepower upgrade on this tractor when I bought it, I'm wondering if it's a very weak 130 horsepower. Maybe there's an issue with the tractor which is causing it to be quite slow, because I did partway through, jump into the testing world and put it behind, well, a big bud, because I know that'd have the power, and it was just fine. So there's a, don't know if it's an issue with the tractor or if it's just I'm asking a bit too much of it. It's rated 130 horsepower, but it doesn't seem to want to do the full 130 horsepower, but we have got that all done. Being totally honest, I'm probably at an hour and a half at the moment of not recording time, but messing around on this save, so that's why I've slowed time right down, just because I've got the time to do it today, but I really rather would not have it go into 2 days. So we're going to cruise this along here and we're going to just park it up. I might either look into more planters, or rather than more planters, I might just fill that up. I might just look into maybe a bigger tractor maybe. This one should fit through the gate here, I would imagine, because it is smaller than the other one that we had, that just absolutely dumped everything instantly. So that was great. Yeah, we'll get this into the yard and we will probably go and do some mowing, because I know I can do that without it getting really frustrating like this job has been. So actually, before I do that, I do need to fertilise as well. So now that I've parked this really great in the way, I'm going to reverse it out of the way just a little bit. Whoa. Grab the Chalmers out of the storage hole. Alright, that's going to do for now. Grab the Chalmers, I'm going to hook up to my fertiliser spreader that's on the veranda, and we'll go and get some fertiliser spread on that field. Alright, so we're lining up. Let's get this thing all spread. Oh, that's a lot wider than I thought it was going to be, so that's good. Being as it's raining, it's not going to be the easiest thing to see where I haven't been. And once again, we are struggling for speed. Go, please. There's something really weird going on. Whether this field's just dicky or I don't know. I can't seem to do any sort of speed with anything. This is... I don't know if there's something wrong with the save or what's going on, guys, because yeah, it's just really weird. It's fine across there on the field that was here originally, so is it maybe just because it's been raining all day and it's just full of mud? But I don't know. Turn it on going downhill. It's fine going downhill, so I'm going to spread it. Probably have to go downhill for everything. It's really weird that it's doing it, to be totally honest with you. So I'm going to quickly spread this up. Yeah, I'll probably do a nice little time lapse for it, because I mean it should be working. I don't know what's been going on with my game today, guys. 13, 12, 11, 10, 9. Yeah, no, I just cannot go uphill with this spreader. That's really weird. Alright, I'm going to speed time up, try and get out of this miserable rain, and yeah, we'll get this all spread up. Yeah, so just got rid of the rain and suddenly I can do all of this quite easily. So wondering whether that was my trouble with the Fiat as well with the planter, is it was just because it was so wet. I mean, I'm struggling a little bit getting to the top here, but yeah, you live and learn. Like I say, I'm not a farmer in real life. I'm just pretending to be one here, and I've really got no idea what I'm doing most of the time, as any long-term viewers would know quite well by now. But yeah, is that a thing in Farming Simulator? If you are trying to do the wrong thing in the wrong weather, does it slow you right down? I mean, that would make sense. We got it done, but not ideal. So maybe in future, next time I try and plant with that thing, I will do it just when it's sunny, rather than when it's absolutely bucketing down with rain. But we've got this field almost fertilised all the way up, so it's only going to take me another one pass once I go up this way, and that will be done. And then I'm thinking I might find some grass, just something nice and cruisy to do, because not gonna lie, it's been a frustrating episode, and if it's all because I'm an idiot, then not too happy about that myself. So But it would make sense as to why it was sucking so much power out of it. So, unless I've got a mod for mud, but I don't think I do. Didn't think I put any mud mods in there. Oh, that's the other thing I found is another stump in the field, so I need to go and cut that one out because it was only one of the little ones that I have been deciding that I can cut out just with a chainsaw because it's not too painfully difficult to do. Chainsaw or an axe, but that is the field all done and dusted. Lovely jubbly. Let's just double check on the sheepies while we're here, make sure that they're all got enough food, which I imagine they would do. Let's just pull up right here. Plenty of food, oh my god, plenty of food, plenty of water, so they are all good through here. How are you going for doing the thing? So I have got 10 baby sheep on their way, so that is really good news. The goats are all still a little bit too young to be breeding, so that's all good there. What I do need to do though is run around and find somewhere in this big area that I can cut the grass on. I really do need to have just a field that I set up just for grass so that I can get just that little bit better yield out of it, and then it's ready every couple of days. So I'm going to run around, find some grass, and yeah, figure out where we're going to cut. Okay, so apparently we've been doing a lot of lawn mowing, and we're running out of spots to cut the grass. So I'm way up the other end of the fields now. I'm not going to do a huge amount, but it is going to be a good amount of money when we get around to selling it all off. So I'll do probably this much. That is exact guesstimations, and I'm going to go the full width as well. So hopefully it'll give us plenty of grass to chuck in the silage pit that we've got over there. This will be pretty much all that we are going to do with it this time around. We'll just get this slot in there, get it fermenting. Not sure how long it takes to ferment. I can't quite remember, but pretty much we'll just chuck it in there, get it fermenting, and then once it's ready we will get it all sold off pretty much straight away. Been a long time since I've done silage. I remember it was one of the first jobs that my friend had me do when I first started playing Farming Simulator. He had a good size farm that I was just working for him on. So yeah, he's like, we need you selling this, and he gave me the keys to a cat loader, and down at the old BGA we're just unloading out of the silage pit, going straight into the BGA, and yeah, we're making really good time with it. So yeah, it was a long time ago now. I think that was maybe Farming Sim 13. Wow, yeah, real long time ago. So we've got a lot of grass here to get cut up. I've got only a small mower, or as Duke says, it's a great size, and I'm just spoilt by the size of my stuff in Oak City, but bigger mower would be nice. But I've got a lot that I've got to get mowed down. So apologies for today's episode being a bit all over the place and a little bit down. Just the planters had me quite frustrated for a little while there. So, and I am going to run out of time in the day to get this done. Like I say, I've got other things going on outside of this that are quite important that generally, well, in future will be taking priority over this. This will be the last thing that I record before moving my office as well. So, last episode in this area, but you guys won't notice any difference by the time the next episodes come around. So I've got the 2 Oak City episodes and this episode all done and recorded ahead of time. Not really ahead of time. Same, it's still Tuesday. Well, it's Wednesday for me today because I was a bit busy yesterday, so I couldn't get this done yesterday with the others, but it's fine. I did have an appointment this morning, but it got cancelled last minute, so that's fine. Didn't end up having to do it, so it made my job a little bit easier. But yeah, let's get this all mowed down. We will get it all mowed down, windrowed up, and I will bring the thing, the forage wagon. Yeah, the forage wagon. Oh, my brain's fried today. I'll bring the forage wagon from down at the shop. Like I say, I'm pretty sure it's just me being a moron, and I shouldn't have been trying to seed in the rain. That's on me. I'll give it a go off camera as well, just to see what the go is, but at this stage I'm saying that it's me being a dum-dum, not the mods being dumb. So how many times can the mods be stupid, or is it just the user? Alright, let's get this all mowed up, and yeah, we will bring you back in when we're either windrowing or bringing it up with the I don't have a windrower, that's right. I'm going to have to go and buy a windrower. Didn't even think of that, so another thing that I need to buy today. Hopefully I've got the money for one. I should do. Alright, let's get this done. Alrighty, so we are pulling up towards the shop, and I've got the tractor on the trailer because you probably noticed, but it was flashing desperately for fuel. So I'm going to bring it in, hopefully close enough to, I think this is the fuel bowser for, well, the island here. Hopefully I'll get close enough right about there. Jump onto it, and can I refill? Lovely. You'll also notice that I am a little bit over $2,000 shorter than I was before the time lapses. It's because we have bought a windrower, because, you know, I forgot that I needed one of them. So I'm going to reverse. Whoa. Yeah, I think I'm going to just put the ramps down rather than trying to be really tricky with it. I was going to try and reverse up and not have to take this off the trailer, but I'm going to take it off the trailer. This episode's taking me way longer than it really should have, so I'm going to get this all back to the yard. I'm going to get it all windrowed up. I'll probably show a time lapse of it. And then I'm not sure if I'm going to get the whole job done today or what, but I'm going to miss the ramps, I can tell you that much. You want up the ramps, please? Alright. Let's just get this up on here. Good enough. Bugger it, can stay idling. Let's get back home and we'll get this stuff all windrowed up. Right, we'll get this off the trailer, and yeah, I'm going to have to be quick about getting this all done because, like I say, I've spent way too long doing this episode. I normally would probably have it recorded and edited by now, so I've got to hurry my little tuchus up. We'll lower this thing down and it should just start doing its thing. Lovely. So this is going to give us a nice big windrow. So honestly, windrowing is only going to take me a few minutes, and then it's going to be a case of I'll record a couple of trips and then I might just have to do the rest of them off camera, going back and forth, you know, moving all this into the silage pit. Yeah, so I've got to get a bit of a boogie on. I've got something that I need to do quite soon, so I'm going to do as much as I can before I have to go. But yeah, let's get this all windrowed up. This episode's been a bit of a schmozzle, and again, I do apologise. Bad planning on my part, but you know, life's happening pretty quickly, and yeah, need to get all of the, well, life stuff done more than the fun stuff, unfortunately. So let's get this all windrowed up. We'll get it as much moved over as we can, and yeah, we'll see how we're going. Okay, so we're here with the forage wagon finally, and one thing I didn't even think to check with this thing is that I could pull it, which I definitely seem to be able to, and it's not going well at all. Oh, why do I do this to myself? Okay, I'm going to have to go and grab the Fiat back and do it quite a bit slower. I didn't even think of horsepower requirements. I'm an idiot. Alright, let's go and grab the Fiat. Okay, so let's try this again, but better. Hopefully, anyway. Are we going to... Nope, because I've picked the thing up. I've picked the pickup back up. Alright, let's just go. Alright, so yeah, the Fiat can do it quite easily. I'm just hoping that I don't have to do too many back and forth trips, because the Fiat's not exactly the fastest vehicle that I've got. But this thing is filling up pretty quickly, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 runs I need to make, and yeah, I'm going to have to do a few back and forward runs. That's fine though, I can just hook this up to the back of the Dodge to do the runs to and from the pit, because it's going to take forever with the Fiat, so I'm going to fill it up as much as I can though, because why wouldn't I? Get it as full as possible before doing the run with the Dodge. But yeah, so one trip I get about 3 runs out of it, and that is how close to the edge of our border we are. So this is almost the full width of where we can physically expand into, I suppose, of our whole plot of land, I guess you'd call it. The sheep are right on the edge of it over there, so if I had gone a little bit further that way, that would have been full width, but I did not want to go that wide quite just yet. So let's get this all sorted out. I'm just curious, because all the other forage wagons this sort of size, they all say they need like 20 or 30 horsepower, and I suppose that's probably got, I think that's got 30 or 40 something. Can't remember, I'd have to double check. I might be wrong and it might just be just too underpowered for it. But yeah, I thought it would have done it, but it's fine. We will get it all done with the big old Fiat 70. This thing absolutely mows through the work that we could put it on, so it loves it. It's really cool to be able to get this sort of view as well. Alright, let's hit a bit of a time lapse. We will get as much of this taken over. We'll get it all taken over, and then I'll take off and do what I need to do. But yeah, let's get all this over there, and yeah, we will see you after the time lapse. Okie dokie, so we very nearly got away with only having to do 2 trips, but we had just this little bit left over, so we're going to pick this all up, and then we've got to start compacting it all down. So that was another 23% of that this thing full. So let's get this over to the silage pit. We'll get it all compacted down. We'll get it all in there anyway and start compacting it down, and yeah, we'll have our last chat for the day. Alrighty, so I need to drive this up onto this massive pile, and some of it's fallen out, which is lovely. Oh god, wasn't happy about that. In the older games, you used to get a little compaction meter. Okay, now I'm stuck. Is it in here? Compacting, yeah, 6%, okay. So I just need to try and get this thing to get in here. I'm going to have to just ditch that for now and do a little bit of compacting. So what you need to do is pretty much just drive forwards and backwards on this. Probably better off using an actual tractor for it rather than this one. Just it'll be a little bit easier, I think, but I'm a sucker for punishment, so I'm going to keep going with this. I say that and now I'm bogged. Alright, yeah. So, I mean, you get the gist of what I'm doing. You've got to drive forwards and backwards. The physics in 25 are not that great, apparently, for this sort of thing. In 22, what was the last one? 22? I want to say it was Farming Sim 22. Come on, forwards, please. The physics were a lot better, where it just didn't quite grab you so hard. So, it's fine, though. We will get it sorted. While I'm compacting this, I am going to once again apologise for how all over the place this episode was, how frustrated I was getting with the seeder. It turns out it's probably just me. I will do a little bit more research and, you know, look into that, because it honestly probably is me just being dumb, trying to do things you're not supposed to do. So it wouldn't be the first time I've done it, won't be the last time I'll do it. So that is entirely on me, and I do appreciate the people that stuck around to watch the whole episode. But I'm going to leave this one here. Thank you all so very much for watching. As usual, hints, tips and tricks are always greatly appreciated. Until next time, be good or be good at it, and I will see you in the next one. See yous.